guys? It's your boy Bentley here, and today we're doing another episode of our San Diego relocation franchise. So there are a few things that I'd like to catch us up on. The first thing is I'm changing it up. We're not gonna play this whole season. I know I said I was, but the only issue with that is honestly I don't enjoy losing. I don't think you guys really do either. So pretty much we're gonna play maybe the first two games of a season, maybe three and if we don't win those, then we're just not going to continue that season. Until we're fairly confident that we can actually compete and win games. Because let's be honest, no one wants to watch me play and lose 17 games straight. That's way too many episodes for not good enough gameplay. So what I decided, also one more thing I want to say is I have up the XP sliders. Then Madden normally has them set at around 100. I up them up to 300, so that's the triple the amount of XP my players will gain. And this is so we can build up these players a lot faster than normal. And honestly, it's still a downgrade for us because that's the entire league that gets a ×3 XP boost. So players like Micah Parsons and Tyreek Hill, they may not be 99s, but they will progress, and multiple players will be 99s by the end of the year. So not only does it present us with a challenge, it also gives us more ability to handle that challenge. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the end of the season, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so we are now on the staff week. And before we upgrade players, I want to check some stats real quick. I have a feeling they're not great, but honestly, that's been a feeling we had since the beginning. Yep. 1,820 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 20 interceptions, 43% completion percentage. I mean, not terrible given the team around him, but it could definitely be better. I'm really hoping Deontay Sanders is the number one here. 432 total receiving yards and a touchdown. I mean, honestly, those stats aren't great, but they could definitely be a lot worse. I think we need to. Okay, that's the schedule. I think we need to be focusing more on, them not totally completely on the stats, but they will kind of dictate what I'm going to try and improve. So rushing, I mean, not terrible. Jordan Butnick was doing great on the run game, though. I think 464 yards is pretty good. Freddie Swain led us in terms of yards with 461. Deontay directly behind him with 432. Jackson behind him, and John behind him. So not terrible, again, but it could definitely be a lot better. On defense, there we go. 167 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, and an interception. He got 8 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, which I wish was a little bit higher. But we're gonna go ahead and see what that looks like compared to all of the NFL. We're gonna first check the tackles. He led the league in tackles. Not in tackles for loss, but hey, I think 11, given what he's done, I think is still great. Nowhere near the top on that, though. 28 assisted tackles, so that means 139 tackles were all his. That's wild to me. And honestly, it also shows the other linebacker positions. So honestly, these aren't completely perfect, but I still think 167 tackles is great. I know there's gonna be Davion Young forced 3 fumbles. That's wild. So Davion Young also had the most picks, right behind him Devin Baker. That's expected, though. I thought Baker would do pretty good, and honestly, 7 pass deflections. I will take it. 1 forced fumble as well. I think that's it. I don't think he got a sack. He did get any tackles for loss either. Somehow the 12 overall Buda Baker got an interception. Jordan Jones got a pick. All in all, not that bad. I think our defense, in terms of the guys that we watched, did pretty good. Matthew Wright, I would like if your field goal percentage was higher. 72% is not great. Jesus Christ, 5,000 yards. I think that leads the league. I guarantee it. Yeah, by 2,000 yards, he leads the league. Not in highest. That's pretty high. So, that's not great. Like that's really not that good. But I think that there is definitely some sparks there, showing that certain guys are definitely going to get better as the seasons go by. I'm really hoping Jordan Buttonich is able to show off a little bit more next year, because this year, let's be honest, 1,800 yards is not good. That's never going to be good. So I think those 2 touchdowns I threw too, because we threw 2 touchdowns in the week 2 game. So that's pretty tragic. Not gonna lie. Jeremy Greenco, 82 overall at the start of the next season. I think that's honestly underwhelming. Greenco played way too good to only get that. Given how he was literally everywhere, I think that's a massive understatement given how well he played. David Cameron, I mean, given he was going up, running behind a 0 overall O-line, I think he definitely put up good stats. And yeah, I definitely think he deserves these 3 upgrades. Hopefully next year, though, he'll be able to, kind of improve a little bit more. Davion Young, he also played really well this season. Just, honestly, I think we had the worst defense by far. I would have to check, but I know for sure we had the worst defense. But I will definitely take 77 overall. I mean, honestly, he's a pretty well-rounded player, so I think he'll be pretty good next season. I'm a little upset that Jackson only got 2 upgrades, so it will only be a 73. Because I would like for these guys to get more upgrades, that way we can get just better talent on them. Because remember, we're not allowed to replace these guys. They have to be our starters. Like Freddie Swain, he doesn't have to be, but while he played, he's right behind Vanderbilt. So Vanderbilt's got to watch out on Freddie Swain. I definitely don't like that these 2 only got 1 upgrade, especially Deontay. I mean, he didn't have the best quarterback throwing to him, so it's understandable. John Vanderbilt, I mean, he was injured for 8 weeks. There's not much he could do. So I will definitely respect the way he played. I think all in all, the stats are a lot better than I thought they would be. But the big thing I want to know and this isn't really that important, but how is the legacy board looking? Greenco 2,000 points already in this first season. Yeah, that's amazing. Buttonich has 7. That is wild to me. Cameron is 4. Deontay Sanders has 52. Jesus Christ. We only have one good thing that really came out of this season. It's annoying. Honestly, those are good stats, though, from Greenco. Definitely Greenco played the best, I think, out of everyone on the team. Anywho, we're going to advance the week, and I'm thinking, I don't think we have anyone to re-sign. Like, any of their bigger names, at least. I think maybe our kicker, punter. Okay, I was wrong. We have a couple, but honestly, Elijah can walk. Matt Ariza I'd like to keep, just because he's a pretty good player. I'd like to keep him for a little while. Our cap room isn't great at 46 million, so I gotta be careful in what I'm spending. But given none of these guys that are 12 overalls are coming back, it'll give us a little bit more money. I think we'll give Kyle Rudolph 1 year, and if he doesn't sign, okay, he signs it, but if he didn't sign it, we wouldn't offer him a better contract, just because he's 34. I'm honestly surprised he didn't retire. Like, I am genuinely surprised by that. Why am I checking that? So I think we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna skip straight through. Or wait. Yeah, we can get a better kicker than Matthew Wright in free agency, because remember, I'm going ahead and I'm not doing the 5 only, given how much we need to improve. So I think we should do, the rule is 5 throughout the season, and then free agency we get 5. 5 to improve the team. Like right there, that would be a great guy to have on the team. Fortunately, we don't have really the money to bring any big names. Like for now, we're just gonna have to focus on filling up the roster first before we actually focus on anything else. Man, that's gonna put us $12 million down. We are his top offer though, so we might be able to get him. I mean, a backup for him would be nice, but again, but I don't think that's worth going after just yet. I'll give him this, the low risk offer, but okay, we have a very wide lead on. So we're gonna drop down Willie Gaze because we had a pretty large offer on him. Christian Fulton would be nice to have, for sure. He'd be the third man, but he's 25, so he's bound to have quite a few offers. Wow, 0 offers is wild. We could get Duke Shelley. He'd be cheaper because he's, he actually wants to come to the team. I think if I could get him for sure, but I think we gotta think budget here. We only have $24 million in cap room right now, so I think we're gonna shoot him the low risk offer just because no one's sending him an offer. We have a free safety, so I don't think we need to go through here. Strong safety though would be great. Darnell Savage would be pretty nice. Give him a 3-year deal. He's super interested in the team. We're down to $15 million, and all of our offers so far I think have been on defense. We could not get this guy. I don't think there's really any decent O-lineman that we can get. I would prefer it be cheaper though than be the cheaper options. Because as of currently, none of these guys are going to play for us for more than a year. So they'd be our O-line for like a week. for the season, and then we'd literally just release them. They wouldn't step back on my field. Like this guy, he'd play one season with us, and then he's gone. One guy didn't sign. I hope we got all the guys we wanted, because that would be nice. We only got 3. So Ethan Greenridge is still thinking. We offered... Who didn't sign? Oh, the left one, or the right? Yeah, we didn't get Willie Gay. No, we did. Okay, it was Frankie Luvu. I was really confused. Then why did my cap room not go back up? If we're not gonna get him... He's young, and he's very interested in the team. Okay, I do have more cap. I was like, I offered him, not a ton of money. It was still enough to where I'd care. Shoot you an offer. Again, I'm not shooting any of these really low guys that we're going for. I'm trying to aim a little bit younger, but to be honest, the talent here at these just aren't very young. Like, so far I've found 27-year-olds. I think that's the youngest I've found. I'll give this guy a medium risk too. I'm not gonna. $26, I'll take him. I'll offer him a low risk deal. He's 25. This guy's 26, and he's more interested. We only have 17 million left. I think we just got a whole line though, so that's good. Now we can focus on supporting our the main positions. I'm thinking, because this guy's one of my favorite running backs, I don't really know why. If he's still available, I'd love to take him though. Travis Homer. He'd be a good secondary running back, and I'm willing to offer him the money to stay because I really like the way he plays. He wants... Who's the fastest one? Okay, best pass blocker. Okay, give me catching. He's not old, so he's worth it. And then we're good on receivers, so I think a secondary tight end would be great. Preferably one that's younger. I'll take Jody Fortson. I mean, he's not crazy young, but no one would shoot him an offer, and he's not super expensive, so 3 people couldn't decide if they wanted to come to our team. So Travis Homer is probably going to come to our team. Given how high up we are in his top offers, I think we'll drop his offer down to a medium risk, because unfortunately that's a lot of money. Carson Green, we're probably going to get. And then Jody Fortson, we're going to get. So, I don't know why these guys are taking so long to decide. Like, I think they know that they're probably going to come play for us. So, we already shot up quite a bit to a 67. That O-line automatically makes me feel a lot more confident. I don't know why there's a Brooks on there. That also makes me feel a lot better seeing an actual like full or almost full defense. I would still like to fill out my DTs as well as the corners, because regardless of these guys, they have talent, but regardless, we're still gonna need some stuff there. I would like my right tackle to just make up his mind, because I'd like to not have to draft one. I'd prefer my drafting go to places that need it, like especially the D-line. I think I would draft a D-lineman, preferably a DT, just because I really like Stills, and I feel like there's no point in replacing him. So I think Stills would be staying. Probably either a receiver, not like towards the lower ends of the rounds. Obviously a backup quarterback. I would love to get rid of Kyler Murray. I know he's a massive thorn in my cap, and no one will trade him, and I mean I can restructure his contract. That's a lot of money. Given how how long do we? We have him for 5 more years, and he's $153 million. That's a lot of money. Okay, I'm thinking we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna advance to the next stage of free agency, and we're gonna try and sign some more if we can. But honestly, signing right now isn't a big deal. We got all the main positions. I don't know if the Cardinals, which is the team I redid, have a lot of picks too. That's what's got me worried a little bit. I'd love to get rid of Buda Baker too. That'd be another guy I'd like to get rid of. Because again, his contract, I mean, it's not bad. Okay, we only have him for 1 more year, and then we'll get a lot more free. Next year though, I think is when we're gonna be able to ball out with some money. And given that I'm only doing this until we win a Super Bowl, I think we'll be good. So obviously we're gonna have the first pick, and I would love to take Caleb Williams. Like, I think that would be a great pick. I have to remember we can't replace, so I'm thinking I would think he would probably be on the defense, or maybe like a tight end, which is really sad because we have really good talent in the terms of the quarterback, running back, and receiver lane, but we just can't get any of it. Like, I would love to have Marvin Harrison or Malik Neighbors at receiver. I'd love to have Xavier Worthy. I would love to have this guy, but unfortunately, I just can't. Well, we might draft Xavier Worthy. I'm not sure yet. Go ahead and head to free agency. We still have 2 more. Okay, Travis, I need you to decide if you're coming to the team or not. Like, because I'm not waiting too much longer on you. Cade York is better. I'm thinking kick power would be nice. 98 kick power, but 78 accuracy. I would take this. I would take this guy for sure. Fairbairn, welcome to the team. We have the money to buy you too, so. $35 million, I mean, it's not like not money, but it's definitely not great. I would like to have more. I would not like to be sweating my nuts off every time we do a contract, or like we just can't go after anyone big. Like, I have to be manageable of our money because we don't know who's going to be leaving next year. I feel like that's a big thing in my mind. All right, I think for now, I think we've actually got all the stuff we want. I just don't see any free agents that are really, like, I really need. Because all the positions, we have the guys we need. I think we're just going to leave it up to the draft now. Now here is going to be pretty much the last bit I think I'm going to do. And then season 2 will start. I would like you guys to, while we're waiting on this, make sure to comment down below, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on that notifications bell so that way you don't ever miss when I upload. And, yeah. Make sure to go subscribe to any of my friends. I would like for you guys to do that. It would really help out my friends, and it would be really kind of you. So, yeah. Alrighty, first pick in the NFL draft. Who are we taking? I think a top 5 pick should still be what we go after. Like, Joe Alt would be great, but I don't think he's worth wasting. He's apparently a top 5 talent, but I really don't want to get rid of him this early. I know that we need Joe Alt. Apparently, this guy is also really good. So B-A-A-A. So he has A's all across the board. Now let's look at Joe Alt. Okay, so Joe Alt is not the better player here. That is this guy. Because they have the same skills, except for he has an extra A. Which is an injury, so it's not really that big of a deal. But I think I'm going to take this guy right here. If I were to make this pick in real life, I would be called an idiot. Because, like, no one takes an O-lineman as the first pick. The thing that sucks, too, is we have a lot of picks, I'm fairly certain. Joe Alt is still there. Honestly, we could pick up Joe Alt and then move him to another offensive line position. Am I going to do it? No. Is it smart, though? Definitely. So C, B, A to D, A to C, A to C. Okay. You know what? I think he's worth taking the reach. He's probably not worth the 12th pick, but we do need a DT. There's Bo Nix. Forgot which team he went to in real life. I know, again, this is another really big reach, but we're going to take Xavier Worthy. He's supposedly the fastest NFL player in history. That's what I've heard. Or the fastest NFL player in the draft. So, I would love to have some more speed at the receiver position. Given that he's been passed, I don't think Tampa's good then. Man, I wish I had heard any of these guys' names so I could have, like, really made a good a good idea about them. He's dropped apparently in his rank. A to C, B to D, B catching, F kick return, B man coverage. So he's in the 70s, I think is what that means. Okay. So he'd have B man coverage. His zone coverage is in between there. So why not? Josh Newton, we'll take you. If you don't turn out to be good, then oh well, there's not really anything I can do. They took Tyler Davis. Okay. Are there any good O linemen, or are they none of them really valued yet? There's a couple. He's not looking great on this stuff though. So I'll take Christian Haynes. He's got the really weird. He's got a wonky face thing though. Should I be an idiot and take a kicker? I might take Tory Taylor, just because I'm feeling weird today. Regardless of this guy's talent, I think another tight end would be worth it. Regardless of his talent, I think I might leave the rest of the picks up to the game. Just because, like, there's nothing here that could be good enough. I'll take Spencer Rattler. I've heard of his name, but I think he was my brain, I think he was I know he was picked by someone, I just don't remember who. I'm worried he's better than my starting quarterback. Taking Frank Gore, just because he's got a really funny name for some reason. I don't know why his name's so funny to me. We're going to have the 7th pick. You know what? We're going to sign a Mr. Irrelevant. Okay. All these guys are projected to be undrafted. So we're just going to take an O lineman. Right tackle. Why not? We'll take Delmar. However you say his name. So we're going to skip to the round 7 pick. But then we're going to go to the trade center and then we're going to trade it for the worst pick. So I'll see you when I'm done with that. Alrighty, I finished the trade, and we now have the final pick in the NFL draft. We're going to sign the Mr. Irrelevant. Given how the last Mr. Irrelevant was actually good, I don't think Tory Taylor's going to be good, but we're just going to take him. If he's bad, he's bad, but if he's a really good kicker, he's a really good kicker. There's really nothing else to say about that. I think in the NFL, someone reached really hard on a kicker. I forgot who it was, but some team went for a kicker really early. That's a really good pick right there. 73, I mean, he's not bad, but he's not good. Xavier Worthy, 73, 69, 71. That's honestly not bad for... I thought Theo Johnson would be a lot worse than that. Tory Taylor's a 74, so he's honestly, for the Mr. Relevant, he's one of the higher picks. 65, 69, 66. He's still higher than my starting quarterback. There's no way Spencer Rattler could be the starting quarterback for the Desperados next year. That would be absolutely hilarious. Obviously, it's not going to happen. Oh my gosh, Spencer Rattler is actually higher. Well, it's a wonderful thing what I can do with this. Give me a terrible quarterback. Honestly, I think there's a certain quarterback I'm looking for. I don't think I'm gonna find him, but I'm looking for him. I know who he is. Yeah, so I don't think he's actually on an NFL team right now. I'd just sign him and then I'd release Spencer Rattler. Should I be releasing Spencer Rattler? Spencer Rattler? No. Am I going to anyway? Yeah. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get rid of Spencer and then we're going to replace him. And then I think that'll be the end of today's video. Tomorrow, I know for sure... Oh, why did I do that? I know for sure that tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but next episode we will be hopping into our second official season with the Desperados free agency. I don't think he'd be too old yet. Well, I was wrong. Joey Flacco actually did really good not too long ago, I'm fairly certain. So why not have the 39-year-old be my backup quarterback? What could go wrong there besides the fact that he's literally like as fragile as a paperweight? Alright, Spencer Rattler. Bye-bye. Alrighty, here is the starting roster for the Desperados next season. A lot better than last year. There's definitely some spots that could use some polishing. But honestly, for our second season, I think this is just fine. So, anywho, if you guys like the video, please, again, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to post at least 3 videos every week. Or at least 2 videos every week. So if you enjoy my content, just make sure also follow me on all my socials. I have a Twitch and I also have, and it's not out yet, there will be a community post on my YouTube, but I'm eventually going to start a Discord. If you guys like to join it, the code and everything will be on there. So, alright, that's all I got for today, and Bentley out. Peace.